was the recording process on your second album compared to your first one?
In a lot of ways it was the same because, you know, you track drums, you track guitars, you track all the instruments. The difference was, well, first we tried a new producer, Joey Sturgis, for the first time, and he has a different way of recording than Andrew Wade did. And then I actually tracked the vocals at a different studio in California. I tracked all the vocals for the record separately from the band, and they were tracking, and they would send me songs when they finished them, and I would start tracking them. So it was a little bit different. It wasn't as cohesive in some ways. When we wrote most of Deceiver, it was the first time we wrote, or we started writing while on tour. And most of the record was written from like hotel rooms and, you know, in bands and stuff like that. So we were a little bit more familiar with that, I guess, technique of like writing songs. So I feel like the songs were better than Deceiver because while you know, the guys were still using, you know, our own computers to like record into, we had a little bit better idea of what we wanted to sound like overall. But I mean, mostly it was hard. It was a lot harder because we were in two separate areas, and it was like music and vocals, whereas Deceiver, we could sit there, I could do a vocal thing, and then we could realize that we needed to change something, and we could do that. But with Life Cycles, it was kind of like the music was done, and then we did vocals over top of that. So it was a little bit different, but I think it still turned out great, and we had a good time.
Can you give us four words to describe each member of the band?
4 words.
I'll do Tongue P. Dougie Sausage, Spicy Italian.
4 words each member?
Each member.
Each member. Zach, Dragon. Wilhelm, Scream. Just character and Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Yeah. And then Daniel.
Jewish.
Yes.
L'chaim.
Yep. Dirty.
Denim.
Denim. Yep.
Telle. Telecaster. Backflip machine. It's got them muscles. And
old. I'm the oldest one. And then Luke, Baby Gap, hyphen, there's a hyphen there.
this one.
One word?
YouTube. Have to. Remix machine. If I'm the backflip machine, he's the remix machine. And then
Young.
Metabolism.
That's pretty good.
He can eat anything. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So speaking of Luke, how has the addition of him helped you in the band?
I mean, he's decent at drums. He's way better at like back rubs and like going to fetch us things when we need them. Yeah. So, he's a great drummer. He's, you know, from the beginning, like, you know, we knew that we picked the right person because like just his drive of like wanting to become a better drummer, as well as like his musical understanding of just different types of music that we incorporate into our music. I think, you know, all those things, and, you know, him being young and being more driven than someone who might be a little bit older, it's been great. You know, it's a new, fresh person. He had never toured really like full time how the World Live tours, and until us. So, you know, it was refreshing having someone who was like, you know, finding out things for the first time. And yeah, we've just been growing ever since, and we look forward to releasing our next album with him on it. And I think that he's going to bring a whole new element to the band that we haven't really been able to showcase fully yet, and that's just, you know, a drummer who's equally as crazy at his own instrument as everyone in the band is. So I think it's solidified the band as a whole.
So what can fans expect after this tour?
We go to Europe with Parkway Drive and Amir and Structures, who are from Canada. And then we have some time off for the holidays. We have a January-February tour booked that is going to be one of the biggest tours in the States that we've ever done, so we're really stoked about it. And then touring all over the world like usual, and new music and everything. Like we're always writing, we're always making new music. We have a Punk Goes Pop 5-song, Mercy by Kanye West. It comes out, I think, November 6th.
November 6th, yeah.
And so we have that, and then just more touring like always.
So speaking of Punk Goes Pop 5, can you tell us a bit about the recording process for Mercy? Or?
Yeah, so it's pretty much just going there, set it up. We literally wrote this song maybe 5-6 hours. Like, we wrote it super fast, and we just had fun with it, really. Like, I don't know, well, I can't say too much because there's some different aspects, I think, that haven't been done in any of the songs, but it's definitely different, and it was a lot of fun. Like, finally got to do drums on one of the songs, so it's like the first time that like the public will hear my drums on a song.
Was it the first time you ever recorded like in a studio?
Oh no. I've done a lot.
Just with the Word Alive.
Yeah, just with the Word Alive.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to like release it, see like what the public thinks about it. Like from like a third-person standpoint, I think everybody in the band just like did a really good job. So proud to be like a part of it, I guess.
So we have a few fan questions. What's the story behind the band's name?
The World of Life.
There actually really isn't much of a story. Two previous members who are actually neither of them are in the band any longer just thought it sounded cool, and it stuck. And then when I joined the band, there was talk about changing the name, and then we ended up just sticking with it, and we were like, it's too much hassle to go through a name change and all that stuff. So we stuck with it, and yeah, it fit, and hopefully people like it, I guess.
Yeah. So any pre-show rituals?
Many, I would say.
Witchcraft.
Yeah. Sorcery. A lot of sacrificial stuff with
We actually, on our rider, we have, we make it mandatory for the venues to bring out lambs, like full-size lambs, and we sacrifice them out in front of the kids too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, we just warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really do anything.
Yeah, we're pretty bored. We all warm up individually. We make sure, we talk to each other. Make sure like that before we go on stage, we know like we're here to have a good time, and that's. No matter what, like if something's going wrong on stage, it's like, hey, like let's just have a good time, and that's that's why we're here. And we always do like a chant where it
Your
just
witchcraft chant?
Yeah,
usually.
Yeah. And
somebody usually dies.
It's a lot of times we'll say just random stuff, like whatever the mood that we are in collectively, we usually will say something about it. So.
Okay. And if you could go on a dream tour with any band, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ellie Goulding, Beyonce, and the White Stripes.
Sounds like a good mix.
For me, Deftones, Killswitch Engage, and In Flames, probably.
Good choices. So your final question, if you could trade places with any other member in the band, who would it be?
Tony Pizzuti, because I can't grow a beard and I've always wanted to. He's the only one who can.
You're on him.
I think I would say Tony P too, because he has the craziest drive to like work out and I wish that I had that drive, so I'll just be...
Well, you have your fast metabolism, so...
Yeah, speaking of product placement, Minute Maid, orange juice.
Hook up the word alive.
Look it up.
We love orange juice.
We love it. Keeps me alive.
So you guys have a man crush on Tony, or...?
Yeah, we definitely do.
This is Luke Holland and Tyler Kelly Smith.
Let me introduce myself.
Oh, I thought you said I had to do it.
No, no, you do the first one.
I'm doing Zing TV.
Yeah.
Alright. This is Luke Holland.
Telle.
And you're watching Zing TV.
Our music skins.